The Ministry of Public Administration and Artificial Intelligence, how we love them, they hosted what is called this thing? A town hall meeting at the Hyatt Regency. Pause. A town hall meeting in the Hyatt. A town hall is supposed to be like
a community center.
In a community center, somehow I just feeling like that's what I'm supposed to think of. Yes, I don't know.
Something more accessible.
Yeah, a town hall meeting in the Hyatt is almost like a business meeting, a conference kind of thing. But that's just me from a layman's perspective, right? If you want to get the views of everybody on something here. So the meeting served both as a moment of reflection and a forward-looking engagement as the ministry formally introduced its vision, mission, and guiding pillars aimed at shaping a more modern and connected public service. It also reinforced the MPAAI's commitment to strengthening internal alignment as it advances its mandate of delivering a seamless citizen-centered government experience. It sounded like it's a presentation more than a town hall. But I wasn't there. I can't say, and well, just as a tongue-in-cheek, this was released on the 1st of April, 2026. Haha. Joke's on you. We did not create this ministry to rename structures, but to fix how government works, he said, noting that the public administration and technology must now operate as one unified system. The minister also highlighted Trinidad and Tobago's unique readiness to embrace artificial intelligence, noting that AI was no longer a buzzword, but a core component of modern governance and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, if it was a town hall meeting, then people should have been able to like give feedback or whatever the case is. But I don't have any clips or any videos or anything of the sort to like play or point out or anything like that. However, if you were at one of these town hall meetings, what is the first question that you would have asked? Michaela, what you would have asked? Like, if you could ask the minister anything.
I'm the worst person to do that.
Wow. Why?
Because I don't like people using AI to begin with. So, I wouldn't even be in that room, first of all. But I know that my main question, I guess, would be how y'all actually want us to use the AI? Because these days I'm getting, like AI fatigue every 3 seconds. Organizations and company leads are talking about AI readiness, AI adoption, AI integration. Okay, AI integration, and then what? AI integration, how? Okay. Free Copilot, free Gemini for everyone. Okay, we have these tools. Now, what? Integrates into your workflows.
How? What? Okay, wait. Akime, what you ask first before we do that?
Kind of along the same lines, but I probably would have asked, like, what are some tangible benefits that you think we would see from all this adoption of AI? What some tangible benefits in terms of public facing government services? How would you integrate AI to actually help us? Because for the general public, they probably don't really care about how all they internally going and use AI to help you write a document. I want to know how they're going to use AI to make the services that we need more seamless and more efficient. That is what I would like AI to be, in terms of getting something outside from the government.
Ooh, along those lines, I figured out my question. Yes. So, with the adoption of AI, right? You're all going to use AI in the ministry or whatnot. How are you going to make sure that my data remains secure? Because you're going to tell Sally and HR
it was on paper AI. Before, so they never steal the paper. So.
Yeah, and then I got to walk out our town hall. Yeah. You're gonna tell Sally and HR to integrate AI, and Sally and HR gonna upload all my
The
documents.
spreadsheet. Yeah.
And then what? How is my data being secured?
And then you see ChatGPT ads. Yeah. Copilot ads.
Mhm.
Also I'll ask him. I
Yeah.
would say, if I'll ask if they're going to use AI in terms of the financial operations, like say taxes or tax returns and them kind of stuff, or like as McKenna says, sensitive data, or more so the financial stuff where you might think you could use it, like if you had to audit somebody or to do a tax return. What type of checks and balances would they put in place to avoid hallucinations and people not just wholeheartedly trusting in the AI without knowing that, okay, I still need to check on it?
Yeah, I was going to ask the data privacy question for sure. Because something happened, or I was reading this article, or I was watching a video with Salesforce. So last year, Salesforce tried to replace they lay off 4,000 workers, I believe. Yeah, they lay off 4,000 staff and tried to replace them with AI. And now they realize that they have a lot of quality control issues that's taking place. Because the AI is doing stuff and seemingly making it better, but the actual nitty-gritty of certain things and certain functions, they're finding out that it's doing a lot of things improperly or not to standard, and it creating plenty technical debt. Yeah, that we're doing. A lot of technical debt is being created, and the humans that they don't have the manpower to go in and clean all that technical debt right now that has been created over the past year alone. So they have to rehire a whole set of new engineers now. Well, not new engineers, but rehire some of the engineers to come and work along with the AI a little more, because they were trying their very best to replace them with the AI. And we don't even have tech to have technical debt for yet, right? Like we don't have any existing unified system or anything. Wait, now what going on with the UPI system with the payment thing? And that's supposed to be on mine now?
Hold on. I tell you.
Wait. Yeah, anyhow, that's all. Let's stick up on that. I'll come back to it, right? Yeah. If we try to integrate AI right now to build the system, we are cooked, like charred, burnt, because integrating AI to build our systems ain't going to work out. We will basically be starting off with technical debt, or starting off with bugs, or starting off with holes. And yes, right now, most of our job is to just take paper-based systems and turn them into digital systems, which AI could help with because that's a kind of menial task. But when it comes to collecting that data, collating that data, and doing useful things with that data in a unified way, no AI right now is ready to do that. And we've seen it. If we see it at a big company like Salesforce is basically the size of Trinidad. Like when you think about it, the amount of employees that Salesforce have and the things that Salesforce does is a lot of things that Trinidad as a country would want to do, to basically collect and manage data and kind of thing. And if Salesforce realize, this AI thing ain't working out, we need to get back some humans, we better realize that quickly. Because this AI silver bullet, it's not real. It's not real at all.
Yeah. I know they will go down the road of trying to replace people with AI. What they would most likely try to do is use AI to, I guess, do things more efficiently. But the issue with that is if you lean too much into it and you just take it like wholesale without doing your own, because that's basically the same thing that happened with Salesforce. Just they get rid of the people and leave AI up to AI to do it. But here, if we do something similar where we just adopt AI wholeheartedly and not really understand prompting and like similar thing with your Monopoly game. Yeah, you know, vibe. You could call it vibe prompting instead of vibe coding. You're vibe prompting something in accounting or law or whatever. You're gonna get the same issues. You're going past that if else statement instead of doing it as it should. You know, in a modular way. I'm sure other areas gonna have the same issue, and again we're gonna need somebody like you who have a good foundation to know, okay, this is how it's supposed to be, and you know, you'll use AI to help. It will still be more efficient than you saying and writing the code from scratch.
Yeah, doing it for yourself. Yeah. From our perspective, the paper-based systems that we use and getting it into digitized form, it is, I would consider it to be low-hanging fruit that AI should be able to help with, but I don't think that's the view of the general population. What is called them John Public? I think John Public is hearing that our government is going to become a very efficient running technological juggernaut within the next 4 years because of AI. That is why I feel John Public
so?
hearing.
I don't think so, you know. I feel most people don't really have faith that's not going to happen.
No, not that it will happen. I think that's what they're hearing. Like the communication or the one-sided communication that's coming from the government, it's sounding like, yeah, AI is going to turn this government into a properly functioning technological system. And whether they believe it or not, that's the message that's being sent.
The next side of it was the general John Public, and then the John Public who actually in tune with technology, and the general John Public probably don't really care about this that much as we probably care about it and paying attention to it.
I agree with you. You're correct. The general, somebody send my business number a WhatsApp message. They got the auto response on WhatsApp, right? You know, your normal auto response that you could program for yourself, whatnot, yeah? Message me and be like, hey, I have an AI. That's like, oh my goodness. There was like the AI respond to me. I'll be like, no, that is not AI. That's just a autoresponder that's been in existence for 20 years. Like, it's just an autoresponder, but they think that it's AI. So anything that responds to you automatically, what you talking about there, Hakeem? That John Public? Yeah, that there is that kind of John Public that thinks that everything is AI. And then have the other John Public that could kind of see through it and understand whatever the case is. What? If there's a town hall meeting, would you go? That's the final question before we move on.
Nope.
Michaela, you going?
Depends on my mood and when it is and where it is.
Is people like us supposed to go to that thing?
Yeah.
Beverages provided.
Like a lot of the people that actually get into politics. Anyway, I won't say that. But
okay. Don't say it.
Yeah,
Don't say
we'll
it.
say
I know
that,
what
we'll
you're
say
going
that.
to say. But yes, people like us supposed to be going to them town hall meetings. They're supposed to be sending invites to, like, you know, the people that be like, hey, we invited the Trinitech crew to come to this town hall meeting to ask some questions. Whatnot.
Yeah, like in that capacity, I would go. But like if it's just me,
A layman?
yeah. I not going to take the time out of my day to just go to that. Just so, like, I have better things
Because
to
it'll
do.
be what, a waste of time, or it will be it'll be something that you don't think will go anywhere. So you could go and say the best thing that you could say possibly, and nothing will come out of it. That's the whole back, or it's just a waste of time because they don't know what they're doing.
No, it's I don't know. Me personally, it's not because it'll be a waste of time or they don't know what they're doing. Just me personally, that is not something I going to like take time out of my day to drive into Port of Spain. I don't like Port of Spain already. Then to sit down in a town hall meeting, 3 minutes I talk about something I could have stay on my phone and watch. And even if I was home, I wasn't watching the whole thing on my phone, and I just look at the highlights because I don't sit down and listen to you talk for a whole hour.
All right, it's an efficiency thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Which
get
is
you.
also why
Michaela?
they put it. That's also why they put it in Hyatt, because if they put it in a random community center, ain't nobody was going.
That's true. That's true. For sure. Yeah, me, I wouldn't go because I personally think that they don't know what they're doing. I think it's more political posturing than actual proper feedback and implementation and those sort of things. And because every time I hear about a town hall meeting, it's more like this is a politician trying to create some kind of connection with a community that they want to foster, so that when they come to election time, they could say, and we had 5 town hall meetings. And that's the part that's getting me vexed. That's the part that's getting me upset with where there's a political posturing that's taking place. And that's why I wouldn't go. But if it does get to the point where you are invited, like we are invited because of our podcast and our technical questions and those sort of things, I'll be like, okay, at least there's somebody inside there who knows that technical people are required to be here. And who knows, they probably do invite people from different places and different stakeholders and that kind of stuff. But John Public generally walking in and be like, oh, I'm going to a town hall meeting because this affects me. Nope. Can't see it at all.
Yeah, like if we were at a town hall meeting on with the Minister of Works and Transport, that'll draw a big crowd because of the roads, because of this, because of that.
Yeah.
People who are in charge of those type of things, that will draw a big crowd. But
you're correct.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. What's the next thing we had to discuss? I forget.
The war.
Oh, data centers. Yeah, okay. We were talking about Amazon, just AWS. Yeah, matching up data centers is a thing.